do it.
Alrighty. Well, what's this week been like for you guys having some extra time, some extra practice time to yourself?
I think it's been really good. I think it's been good for the team and players just to kind of get back in that routine of getting in the gym and doing some extra stuff and just working on the things that we need to get ourselves focused and finish out this this stretch here. And I think everyone's doing the same thing. Just worked out that this week was our bye week. And again, as I said before, I think this was a good week for us to, for the girls get a couple of days off and then to do the things that we need to come back and focus on our defense and some of the things that we feel like we need to kind of clean up toward the end of the games.
I assume you guys like weeks like this where instead of preparing for a specific opponent and going over what the other team does, you're more able to focus on yourselves, just fundamentals?
It has been really good because I think you get a chance to go back to some of the basics and kind of refresh their minds on a lot of the things that we were doing right and doing those things, and now we just got to kind of focus back on those, and I think it's really helped us. And again, like you said, not to have to do a scout for today, and we can focus on some of our things and just keep working on them. I think fine-tuning the things that we need to, because we have a lot of different things that we feel like we need to work on.
Coach, you talked a lot about the defense. What are some of the aspects of the defense that you tried to clean up?
I think the most important thing is just us being able to guard in a man-to-man set instead of sometimes us playing so many different defenses. We change up a lot. That's what we do. But just getting better on our rotations, making sure rebounding. We missed some crucial some defensive boards in the game. And so to make sure we go back and kind of really focus on those things and get them thinking about that, how important every possession is.
Yeah, now you see Marshall, team that has improved and getting better. What are your thoughts on this Marshall team?
Well, I think as everyone continues to keep working and playing, you're right, down the stretch, a lot of people are playing really well, and Marshall's one of those teams. We're going to have to go in and we're going to have to be focused to do the things we need to. I think the most important thing is, to focus on the players, Scott, and the ones that are the ones that can score a lot of points and do a lot of different things. But the most important thing that I think has hurt us in some games is we've allowed other players that are not the players that are only maybe averaging 4 points. We've allowed them to average 10 or 12, and we got to make sure that we understand and know the scout and do the things that we need to, so we can make sure we lock those things down in them as a player and stick with our game plan.
What kind of almost mental racing do the players have to do after you beat a team as bad as you beat Marshall the first time, and you want to come around and respect the opponent the second time?
Well, I don't think they remember that because that was our first game. Mm-hmm. And, we've played a lot of ball games since then. But, of course, we always go back and we watch film. We do a lot of things with them. But I think the most important thing they're worried about is getting back out on that court and being able to, abstain that loss that we just had. It's not about who that opponent is. It's about us showing what we can do as a team and how we can continue to keep getting better as a whole.
Kendall named All Academics today. Just what kind of honor is that for her?
It's huge. It's huge for her, and it's huge for our program. I think as a student athlete, again, that's what it's all about, student and then the athlete. And I'm just so proud of her because of all the other honors on the basketball court, all the things that come along with it. When you talk academics, I'm really proud of that, and we all take a lot of pride in that at this university and on this team. So really proud of her, and proud of her getting the recognition that people would recognize her being in the position that she's in.
Doing something this week on JC and Kyvan and kind of their friendship and how Kyvan came here. JC was saying that she almost sort of recruited Kyvan, that she was telling her about how great things were at Western, and she was reaching out to her. I guess how thankful you were that JC kind of planted those seeds and you guys were able to make it happen.
Well, around that's how it is when you play with people or you that way. You're always going to have relationships. Mm-hmm. I think it's great that JC was here, but I'm almost willing to bet that I still think it had a lot to do with Kyvan's relationship and and the recruitment and everything else. And so, and also I think it still comes back to her having a chance to play here at Western, where she has family that has played here and things like that. So of course it's always great. Her and JC had a great bond when they played at Kentucky, but I think the most important thing is that she was in a position where she felt like if she needed a change, that when she made that decision, that she wanted to make sure she made the right decision the second time around with whatever she was looking for. So I think that was the most important thing.
How excited are you to get those two on the court next year?
Really exciting. Just to be able to have them sitting out this year, and JC participating in practice and every day working to get better and helping us get better. Really excited. They just bring a lot of different dimensions to our team. The team loves them. They fit right in, and it's just a good fit. So I'm really excited again about our future and where we're trying to go.